Now, the Poythress piece that he addresses was actually working with Rutherford, trying to build a bridge, using Rutherford to build a bridge between the Reformed and the continuationists, Pentecostals, charismatics. And if you're going to do it, Rutherford's probably your guy. But my response to Verne would be to say, well, I appreciate Samuel Rutherford a lot, but on this point, he was just wrong. That's the point of having a confession, a clear, unequivocal confession. And we're going to get to that because there are ways in which it seems to me Milne wants to sort of toss dust in the air and make the confession a little less clear than it actually is. But if you've listened to the previous episodes and you read the confession against, the broader tradition, the whole history of the continuationist impulse, the Pentecostal impulse, charismatic impulse, and especially in light of the Anabaptists against whom these very writers argued pretty vehemently, then I think you have to read the Westminster Standards in light of that 1:1, Westminster Confession, particularly 1:1 and 1:6. We'll come back to that, but I just don't see any wiggle room here. Reading present concerns back into the past creates significant issues. A historian has really only two great questions that should control his work. What did someone do or say, and why? Those are the two great questions that he's trying to answer. And what happened after somebody said something or did something is interesting, but for the most part, it's irrelevant because what affected the actor that we're studying is what happened before him, not what happened after him. That's just common sense. So the people we are studying were affected by what went before, for example, the Anabaptists or other movements in this case, but they're not obviously affected by what happened after them. A historian has to set aside his personal interests and has to give himself over entirely to making sense of a writer in his own time on his own terms. That's the historian's job.